All righty then. We's here. We's doing it. We's live. We's talking to people.
You know how you put on lotion, but you put on too much?
Mm-hmm.
And so now I can't get my hands from not being greasy.
And there's nobody to give some lotion to.
And here I'm picking up cards. They're going to always take it.
I was doing that earlier. I was putting on some meditation oil. And I was like, ooh, I look slick. Let me wipe some of this off. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday nights or Friday day or wherever you are. Happy Friday to you. It smells delightful. Welcome. We had such a Johnny. It's going to be a long read. You look like you were about to say something smart or say something.
You know what's happening? In my head is a bunch of thoughts just roaming around. It's like just you get somewhere and sit down. You get somewhere and lay down. Go to sleep.
He's about to say something. And I want to know so badly what he's about to say. And I need to stop being nosy and just, whatever. Hi, guys.
Lucky girl, don't start with me. She brought Kit Kats, she said.
We were just talking about his Kit Kats earlier.
Oh, Lord.
Johnny, somebody wants to know what your brooch is. What's your brooch?
See, I've been fighting with it all before we started, too. I'm not taking it off because it took me this long to put it on, believe it or not.
Just get right up in the camera like you're
do this here.
Yeah, there you go.
Never mind the grays in the beard. Watch the thing over here.
It's gorgeous.
It is. Thank you, Sylvia. She's usually watching. She's probably in here somewhere.
Absolutely beautiful. So y'all, we cut up so hard Wednesday that we didn't get to get through all of our questions. And so could this shirt be any more manly? Good God. Oh, dude, like a whole dude to work out. And I'm like,
hi, Sylvia. You need a brooch. You need a distraction.
Sorry. Sorry, y'all.
You need a distraction.
Just need a little something. I'm like, and is he too young on me too? Like, good God. Okay. We had too many questions, or we had too many giggles and not enough time on Wednesday to get through all the questions. So we are going to go back and tackle some more questions on the list. Johnny already knows I am on one tonight, so let's see how this goes. He already had to tell me at like 11 o'clock this morning to stop cutting up. And I didn't heed his advice, and
I mean, if we got to do a third stream, we got to do a third stream.
Thank you guys, all of you guys who have submitted questions Wednesday. Thank you for everybody who joined and watched Wednesday. You guys are just, the comments you were leaving. Thank you so much, because we had such a good time. And thank you guys for coming back tonight. I appreciate it. Johnny, you got any words, messages, thoughts, feelings, praise?
We'll be live on my channel Sunday, the 23rd of this month. I will be live with Joyce at 3 p.m. on my channel, I believe. And then at 5, I will be doing an interview with Joanne Eisen. I've done one with her in the past, so we're going to do another one. And then we'll be live for Halloween. We'll be live for Becca's birthday. Adrian will be there for that one too. That's about it.
Because she joined me for mine, I'm going to join my friend for hers. Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday, Jace Arnage. Her birthday is tomorrow. She's a fellow Libra, and she's in the chat. I think I saw her behind in the chat earlier. So happy early birthday, Jace. I believe she's doing a petty party tomorrow. Jace, drop the time that your petty party will be in the chat so people can go and watch.
Happy 74th.
Happy 82nd. And
There's
then
my pity for your part.
and then last but not I totally forgot to mention this Wednesday. I will be live with Allie Martin on her channel Wednesday at 4 something Eastern, 1. I have to, it's in my computer. Joining Allie in her channel, talking about chakras and fun stuff and just general energy. It's a fun Q&A session. We've been emailing each other back and forth for like a month, and I already feel like she's a sister from another mister. So check that out. I forgot to mention that Wednesday. I didn't forget the live stream, Allie. I'm just old. Last year in my 30s. It's been real. Absolutely real. All right. So, Johnny, you've got questions too. Do we want to start with one of your questions?
Oh, let me find.
Sorry. I feel like I just put you on the spot.
Well, I'd be prepared if I wasn't so junky. That's going to happen. All the stuff that was sitting on this table is on this table over here. So I'll just move it out the way. There's candy corn and donuts and headphones and lighters, incense, cards.
So I'm going to start a fight while you get your questions. I want everybody in the chat, y'all fight this out. Candy corn. Doesn't it just taste like dull plastic? And I know you have to spit out the white part, right?
But thank you, Sylvia. She's in here. I got these.
Oh, the pumpkins.
Yes.
Those just taste like traffic cones.
I've been eating the mess out of it. You can't eat but like 3 because they're like, it's gigantic and it's full of sugar. But
you're eating a sugar traffic cone. That's what I imagine that tastes like.
You can't do a poll. Can you do a poll in yours?
Let's see.
It's in YouTube though.
Yeah, I'm in the YouTubes.
Like down where the super chat and the smiley faces usually are.
It is. Create a poll.
It's a poll.
Please hold.
We're gonna do a poll. I love candy corn. Now, mind you, I eat it sometimes outside of this season. It's kind of like the pumpkin spice. You can go anywhere and still get pumpkin spice. Like Starbucks has the pumpkin spice all year, but nobody wants it until October. But it's good stuff.
Ooh, almost. You know what? I typed the S word way too much because I want to type shut in another word.
Populate. This is what she really means.
Okay, let's see. There we go. So let us know. Candy corn tastes like traffic cones.
I'm being nice and just say no.
I am so far getting 100% a yes. No, 33% yes. Let's see. Let me.
She eating it right now. See, that's what I'm saying.
It tastes.
Canadian syrup lollipops? No, ma'am. You know what? That may not be bad.
Lollipops that are like candy corn flavored.
She said maple syrup flavor.
Oh yeah. I've had those. They just taste like sugar. It's just.
That's
sugar.
what I figured. Okay.
Yeah, it's just because I thought it was going to taste like licking like syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just tastes like.
Do I like pumpkin cheesecake? No, ma'am. I don't like pumpkin flavored anything. Candy corn just tastes like sugar. But I don't like pumpkin anything. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin cheesecake, pumpkin. There's okay. I died from this video. It's Mexicans' moms try pumpkin flavored snacks or something. It was hilarious.
They were like, this tastes like road cones.
It was like this. It was hilarious.
It tastes like traffic cones.
I liked all that stuff back.
Oh goodness. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like a lot of people. I'm not too far off. 32% agree that it tastes like traffic cones. Mm-hmm. And Johnny likes eating traffic cones. It's okay.
I can't drive, so I might as well do something.
Oh, So, all right, let's get into it. You got the first question.
My question. Okay, so which one we gonna use here? Let's use. Give me this one. What was it called? DOHA. I didn't look up what it meant, but that was the agreement Trump made with the Taliban.
Okay.
That's we have to withdraw all our troops. Biden, of course, took the blame because he's the commander in chief. But this was something Trump put into place beforehand. So he really had no choice because that was the agreement, blah, 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 type of thing. And so Biden took the fall for it, but Trump put it in place. Now, what I want to know, is there any more hurdles like that left by Trump for Biden going forward? Is there something else that's, his poll numbers are falling? Calm down.
Calm down. Calm down. You know how many times Barack's went up and down, left to right, side to side from the chamois?
Because who did they ask? You didn't ask me. I'm registered to vote.
I would have been like,
where did you get this poll number from?
Right. Thank you, Karen. Chris said the same thing. Thank you. Okay. Amazon. Are there any more? I'm gonna call them little hidden hurdles or big hurdles. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, unfortunately. There are. Yeah. Can I get any more cards that is like, yes, and it sucks, and it's ugly? Starts off with the Queen of Swords. For me, the challenge is the Eight of Wands. So there is some truth, some things that he's done, but it's going to. He's already feeling the burden, and he's going to continue to feel more. I would not be surprised too that something comes out again pretty quickly as well. So we just start. I think the Afghanistan. This was just the beginning. And the base of this though is Seven of Cups. I almost am feeling, and at the base of this is Nine of Wands. I almost feel like Trump did this intentionally, just in case there were some things that he did just in case he was not president and reelected to cause complete consternation. Some of yes, he's incompetent, but I think some of this was a little bit intentional. Why do I feel that? Because in the here and now is the Seven of Swords. He's having to, there's some trickery, some deceit. But also Joe is going to have to strategize. I think they need to dig deep, hunker down, and figure out where some stuff is about to pop off. Because why? In the environment, it's Five of Cups. I think he needs to look at the fact that there's some things he could possibly resurrect, because the Five of Cups, 3 are down, 2 are up, but you're so focused on the 3 that are behind you that are spilled, you're not paying attention to. There's something still there. He needs to focus on, I inherited a crap storm. Mm-hmm. What's your messaging? What can you salvage, and how can you get out of it? What can you do? How can you strategize so that you can you can milk the 2 cups that are up instead of being desecrated by the 3 cups that are down? And the word of warning, though, is the Ace of Wands. So again, I think that's coming. This ties with my 8 of Swords. So whatever's coming, this new action, it is going to be coming pretty quickly. And it ends with the Knight of Wands. So yeah, there's more. Hang tight, y'all.
I get Biden here. There's some sort of agreement that he had to enter into, or has entered into, being that who he is now, being the president. So there's something there. I think there might be another withdrawal from somewhere. This is my America card, and this is either there is a withdrawal or a financial withdrawal from somewhere else too. So I think that might be coming, and naturally it was for nefarious reasons. It was set up this way, to where one person gets a kickback and the other person gets the kick in the face, or the kick in the back, I should say. And yes, Donald Trump was the one who did this. This was orchestrated and manipulated by his administration, which is interesting. I get this card for him and his administration. I get the fool for him personally. So it was him and his administration, because he's not a deal maker. So these other people, they're diabolical. They come up with the plans. He said, yeah, that's fine. Sign it off. There's also something possibly environmental. I don't know if there is some sort of regulation or deregulation that is hard to reverse, but there's some sort of law about something else other than that oil spill, which I told you, I'll watch the water. Something was going to happen with the fish coming up, and then boom, there we go. There's something else about to break, either a dam or something, but it has to do with bad infrastructure or a zeroing out of a budget or something like that. Something environmental is about to be in the news too. And all that comes from, as Jace just put it, the toxic toupee. So, Lord Jesus.
America.
Yes. This is what happens when you don't vote and you hire idiots to run your country.
We believe the okie doke. Let's keep looking at the Goon Posse. Will the corrupt politicians receiving dark money and destroying the country be outed, shamed, and held accountable? That's a whole bunch of wishing, conjuring, and hoping. But basically, I think, sorry, my whole ankle decided to just, hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Okay, sorry. Like, what the hell just happened? Basically, will some of these corrupt politicians get called out? Will they get called out? Call me skeptical. I feel like they won't, but let's see. Not the way that we want, as Johnie always says. Not the way that we wish to see, but will they get called out?
I mean, because even if you shame them down to the ground, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden they're going to quit their job. I mean, it just means that, you shame them, public, whatever.
Yep.
But let's see. It starts bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so the Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands. To end this, or to end some sort of corruption, takes a massive amount of work. The Nine of Wands is strain. It's overworking, which is something you're going to have to do. Why? Because you're going to have to literally start voting out people in chunks, which means all around the country, chunks of them have to go. That way, the entire system is now changed. Yeah. Where if you want anything in Congress to change, you must change the Congress. You can't keep electing the same people and then expect them to do different things. Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. There will be information, but if you look at it, there's always been information. Look at the insider trading scandal. Where are those people? Are they in jail? No. Probably in the south of France somewhere, living off your money. So it's Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. The offer for information will always be there. It will always be received, though, with small hands. People who can't really do much. We here feel as though we cannot change their system. But if you vote different people, that is how you change the system. The Lovers and the Seven of Cups. There's also a vested interest on both sides to keep this the way it is. Democrat and Republican, Independent, Green Party, Tea Party, 8 Party, whatever party. There is a certain amount of secrecy that we all would like to have because we all benefit from that thing. So it will kind of be stuck that way with the Hangman. But the answer to the question is yes. The Ace of Cups, yes, information will come out. Yes, they will be called out. But what's going to happen after that? Nothing.
So what I did was the false person, which is, I'm calling all of these crooked politicians, is at the center. Something has already started because the adjudication card precedes this. It could be the Pandora papers. It could be whatever. It's already, there's something already, some type of assessing has already started. It could even be Trump's presidency that shone the light, got people who were never invested in politics now looking at politics. You've got people who were lifelong Republicans who voted for Joe Biden just because they could not vote for Trump and are having this wide awakening. This awakening has already happened, but what's going to come from it? The thief and the marriage, they're tied in to this type of behavior. Like Johnie says, there's two people. All sides benefit in keeping the structure the way it is. They're married to it. They're married to the theft, the destruction. So what does this mean? Thinking about gerrymandering, thinking about blocking votes, thinking about dragging your feet to put in new voting right legislation. Thank you so much, Jace, for the super chat. They're married to this because why? Unfortunately, America was founded this way, guys. We've got to be real. We've got to look in the mirror and call the thing the thing. Okay. Here's what's happening, though. I don't know who this mature man is. I'm not necessarily going to say it's Joe Biden himself, but there's going to be more maturity, people coming to come bring change. So I don't know if this is an actual mature man as in a human being or an evolution of maturing and going, we no longer want to do this way because it's anchored with change. Okay. And it ends with despair. Despair is how it ends for the false person. So hang tight. Like Johnie said, vote. It may look like voting for different people. I think it's already started in some ways. It just may not come as quickly as we like. I'll never forget a conversation I had with my dad over the summer. I had the realization, or last summer, I had the realization that I may not be alive long enough to see the change that I want for this country. But what I have to do is be the beacon, be the light, be the change to help inspire others and the younger generations to keep it going.
Absolutely. And I think we've seen the change because what we see is not normal. And that's a good thing. Because if we all looked at it and it just seems like this is status quo, then we're in a bad place. But when we look at it and it looks bad, and so many people say it looks bad and it looks this way and that looks like corruption instead of just the way things are, that's a change. I mean, we're looking at it different instead of doing something about it, but still, we still see it. It's still evident. And then we have women running for office, and we have gay people running for office, and we have black people running for office. We're seeing the change. We don't see the massive change, but we're seeing at least a little bit.
So,
thank you, Prairie.
Thank you, Prairie, for the super chats. May that generosity to you and to Jace be returned tenfold. Let's look at Sheldon Whitehouse. I don't know why I have never seen a picture of this man in my God-given life, but I just see him immediately as Sheldon from that show, Big Bang Theory. And that's just what I think. I'm just like, Sheldon or Whitehouse, excuse me. He is married to old girl, I believe. No, hold on. I thought he was married to old girl. Hold on.
Taylor Green. No, he's old. Well, pardon me.
He's
advanced.
He's a senator, junior senator from Rhode Island. I was like, he's done a lot. He's been in the game for a hot New York minute. He's climbing. He's starting to get some recognition. His name is being brought up a lot because, especially during the Trump presidency, because he was just loud. Like, nah. He finds himself on the right side of right. So the question that I got was, will he actually take a more senior role in the Democratic Party in the future? Because I said he's been getting loud. He's been getting a lot of attention. He's been saying the right things. He's been in the background fighting. I believe he and Bernie are on good terms.
And he's got the white man thing, to where he presents well on TV. He has hair that doesn't move, like I always say. So
that's a much better picture than what I saw of him. Because what I saw, I was like, you should not be making that face on TV.
He looks like somebody's governor. He looks like an official.
He does.
Good old American white man type thing.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's papa. So will he become take a more senior role in the Democratic Party? How do you spell papa? Somebody in the chat, tell me, how do you spell papa?
PAP-PAW. Papa.
That's
Papa. That's how you say it. PAP-PAW. Right?
Papa. Well, Sheldon, this ain't looking too good for you, bro.
I heard if they let him. I'm pretty sure that's what they're up,
though. Ooh, well, let's see. Okay.
I think he gets a like a Katie Porter type thing, to where his messages ring true for us or for whoever likes him and is listening to him. But okay, there's still anyway. The Emperor and Strength. He is a force, though. For whoever side he would be on, he is a force. Very strong in his stances, very strong. And he's I get the sense, I've never heard him speak. I get the sense that he is convincing when he talks. Like he could convince very easily. He can win an argument very easily without degradation, without condescending. He's a great speaker. He's a very strong personality there. Justice and the Queen of Cups. This is kind of like I said with the Katie Porter. It's he gets the audience, but you need to get the DNC support.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who hold the strings. You can get us behind you and you'll always have a job. But if you want that ultimate power, you need the wheel behind you, that type of thing. But he will be a little more prominent. You'll hear his name a little bit more with the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Pentacles. He will be involved a lot more. The Lovers in the Six of Cups, he will be, again, endeared to people a lot. They will like him. To where they'll put him with what's that guy's name? It doesn't matter. They'll put him up there with the people they like. I can see his face, but I cannot get that man's name. Oh, hell. Now I need to know his name.
Look it up. Yours was way more optimistic than mine. Starts off with the King of Wands. That's actually him on his throne. Him taking charge, but it already starts with his challenge is a burden. There is a lot. I think what Johnie says is true. If the DNC will let him, there's something to maybe some self-doubt or something, but it's in his mind. He may even be telling himself to like, they're not going to let me. Be careful. Self-fulfilling prophecies, dude. Because whatever this is, it's not a real. It's not real. It's not a real threat. It's something up here. It's something you may be telling yourself. Whatever rise to prominence happened, it happened quickly, and that is in the past because you've got the Eight of Wands, and in your near future, though, it's done. It's a wrap with the Ten of Swords. It's done. You rose quickly, and it's pretty much halted at this point, unfortunately. And the emotions, too, is even the Five of Pentacles. You are seeing it already. I keep getting self-fulfilling prophecies. I feel like you may have thought he was going to rise or do something, and then just something kind of geeked him out, and it's not happening, because in the environment even is the hangman. So there's been a change around him, a change of perspective. He may have pissed off the wrong person, and then you know how small this political spectrum is. That one person could change everything. But in your word of warning, though, is the major change. Whatever rise you had, it fell, and ends with temperance. You're still gonna be a senator. You're still gonna, like Johnie said, be with the people. They'll love you. Your constituents will love you. But that rise, it fell. It's done.
Probably said the wrong words, like universal health care and all those type of things they don't like to hear.
Voting Rights Act. Something. Let's get a question or two off of your list, sir.
So, Alex Jones, I want to see if we can do a general read. The article said he lost another case in the Sandy Hook situation.
Mm-hmm. He did.
So this is another blow towards the crazy. So let's see a general read for him this month.
I still can't imagine what those parents have to, like, your baby was mowed down in such a vicious way, and then you've got some asshat who says it was fake.
The parents and the children were actors.
Well,
how do you even fix your mouth to say something?
I'm gonna ask. I got an article too to see what level of evil. Like, what? I feel like he's got crabs in his drawers. That's just his butt and his nuts every 5 minutes. Which is why he's such a dingleberry. Like,
I don't. Because in my mind anyway, not in reality, in my mind, you can't just be this way for money and attention.
You can't.
There's got to be something else wrong.
There's got to be something else wrong.
God, dog. But then again, if you are doing horrible things for money and attention, there's something wrong.
Maybe this is my cognitive dissonance. I feel like at some point, once you got some money and attention, you'd be like, okay, let me go. Once that first lawsuit came down, you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and find something else to make fun of.
Because his co-host, Eric Swalwell, was the person I was trying to remember. Because his co-host has been not indicted, but he's being investigated because he was at their little Klan rally at January 6th. He was there. And so now he's being investigated too.
Sorry, you called it a Klan rally. It took me a minute. I had a delayed reaction. I mean, I have another question. I just want to remember. I'm going to write it down.
Let me stop that.
Say it. Don't. First of all, I invited you and told you the only way you're allowed to come on here is if you act like an ass. So don't you hold it in.
It's so rude.
Say it anyway.
I mean, it's every time I think, and every single time, I don't say it every time, but every single time I think of January 6th, all I think of
don't tread on me.
Is the woman who said, don't tread on me when her ass got ran over.
Was she a big girl?
How you don't know you stepping on this fat ass woman? I mean,
she was large, unfortunately.
Because if you step on me, you gonna know it.
You gonna know. You can't even slightly bump into me because I'm so big. I'm gonna knock you the fuck over. So I'm like, how did you stampeded? That's okay. Please forgive the analogy. I'm not trying to make fun of it. I mean, I am making fun of a dead person, but that's like an ant running over a buffalo. That's how did you do that? And you didn't and nobody stopped to be like, oh, hey, we should pick her up.
Just bloop, bloop, just bloop, bloop. Just keep on walking. Because they was trying to get in for the light show with the man who was electrocuting himself.
Yeah. Oh. God, I know that hurt. I'm sorry. I just the thing about being an empath, my schnuts just hurt. I felt it. I was like,
but if you get electrocuted in your gonads, something somewhere in some one of your cortexes should have said, "Stop doing this.
Stop doing it. Don't mash the button again. Take your finger. You know what though? I said this one time on a live stream. I kind of get why though, because when you're in that kind of high stress situation, your body tells you to stop, but your mind says stop, but your body doesn't quite react. Like that time I drove into the Walgreens because my mind said, take your foot off the gas and the brake. What happened was my foot pressed the gas harder. So I kind of get it. I kind of get him. I get the Buffalo Stampede. I don't get. I don't get that one.
I mean, if she was at Walmart at Black Friday, I'd have understood.
But
you at Klan rally, then they should have looked out for you. I mean, oh well.
Oh yes, lucky girl. That was my first car accident. I drove into a Walgreens.
She's the reason why every store's got them big giant Target pillars out in front of it.
What had happened was I was a late bloomer with driving. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 18. And by that time, I was already a sophomore in college. So I was driving to go do something, pick up something at the Walgreens. And, I'm trying to be cool in my 1989 Volvo that had a boombox in the passenger side because the radio was and the air conditioning didn't work. So I had the windows rolled down. And by the way, 1980s Volvos are made of steel. Like, they're just amazing. So I'm leaning out, listening to my Outcast. And I tried to whoop like this into the parking spot. Like I had thinking I had like a 1979 Brougham with a knob on the steering wheel. I was just, doing this. And when I did this and made that turn, I did it too fast. And those cement dividers that are like 3 inches tall? I did it so fast. I drove over onto the sidewalk and hit a concrete pillar. That's the only thing that kept me from driving through the glass. And when I hit it, I went, oh, maybe nobody heard me. So I can back up and nobody will see me. Well, that Volvo also had rear wheel drive and not front wheel drive. So half the car was stuck and the tires were spinning on top of the sidewalk. And it was just, you heard the back up and you see the black from the tires hitting the part of the concrete and smoke in the air. And by that time, everybody had run out and we were like, I'm all still sitting there trying to play it cool. And
like, man, we don't have a drive-through.
So yeah, I drove into a Walgreens. My parents are still mad at me for that. It's been like 20 years. Quite literally, almost over 20 years. Almost 20 years. Over 20 years. All right, Alex Jones, what did you get?
I get The Lovers and the Hangman. Somebody close to him is tied up into something. And will be for some time, too, which is more likely his little co-host. Now, the problem is he is worried about the discovery, the investigation. There's something here that they're looking into that he is extremely worried about, which he should be, because your little friend went down to the Klan rally. Mm-hmm. Page 1's 4 Swords in the Sun. There's also something that is going to be missing from his show. Some sort of message that he's pulling back on it. It probably has something to do. Mind you, there was another attempted school shooting somewhere in this damn country, but he's going to be possibly pulling back from that type of rhetoric there's some sort of message he's pulling back on. I can't say what it is exactly. There's also some exposure for some sort of, I'm going to say for January 6th, we'll just say that. There's some sort of force that was used. There's exposure that's going to be there. I think he sent money. If he didn't send money, he was there himself, because there's a Page of Swords. He has something specific to do with it. He had a specific role. Either he was there or he sent money, one of the two. But that's going to come out too. He's got some information coming out about him.
Yep. I got that too. Hold on. Occupation, distant horizon, main man. He's gonna keep, in his mind at least, is gonna keep doing what he's always been doing, which is the purveyor of just horrible things, right? However, there is somebody who is there is a mature woman who's very close to him. I'm thinking even somebody like a producer on the show. There's somebody very close to him. It could even be a wife, because it's the mature woman, the house, and the family room, which is close, highly guarded, close secrets, keeping everything to chest, and somebody kind of going in. It's somebody who knows not only where the bodies are buried, but like not like his last four of his social security number. They know the whole social security number. There's somebody, that's how close this person is to him. They're going to bring a change. There is going to be another lawsuit, but this lawsuit's going to be a big one. So you've got the man, and then again, you've got adjudication. So it could be, oh boy, maybe the wife snitches on him and oh boy, and then that's what ends up causing it. But yeah, something's coming. I'm with you, Johnny. I just can't tell when, how, what. Oh, that's interesting. I looked at his archetype. Oh my God, that is so accurate. We got the storyteller. And I'm like, the storyteller is not necessarily that bad, because it's the ability to kind of express, talk. The orator, like Johnny is a storyteller, because, that being the keeper of the tale. Every tradition has the keeper of the tale. Every society have survived as long as they have because of the storyteller. But then I remembered I need to look at the shadow attribute. Making up tales that harm others. That's him.
Mm-hmm.
To a T. Absolutely.
Even with a hula hoop on his head.
Let's do another one off your list.
So Donald Trump, in his feelings, said that if they were to run, he would beat DeSantis. So I want to know,
would he actually
beat DeSantis, who would win?
Trump versus the Satan.
Thank you, Jody.
Oh. Thank you, Jody, for the super chat. May that generosity be returned to you tenfold, ma'am. Almost wanted to tell you to keep your money and put that towards the bowl. But I'm like, no, because she's doing it for a reason. There's a reciprocity. So yep.
I had to stop that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You said you had to stop it?
I had to stop. And it's still quite difficult to tell people not to give you things, because they don't stop their blessing. They do it for a reason.
They do it for a reason.
They want to do it because I do it. So hell.
Right.
If you want to do it, do it.
It felt so weird for me. Like, so many people had asked, like, do a wish list, do a wish list. Like, that feels weird, because I'm the kind of hoe that buys whatever she wants when she wants to buy it anyway. That feels weird. But they're like, no, let people do stuff for you. And it took me like months. If I was like, I guess, it still feels awkward. But thank you so much.
People want to be a blessing. Let them be a blessing.
Let them be a blessing. Because like you said, Lord knows I try to be a blessing for others. Trump, the Satan.
It's so interesting. I get the queens here instead of the kings, which means they don't really have a clear path to victory, either one of them. But if I had to flip the coin enough times to get an answer, the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands, they don't have a path to completion. The Ace of Wands is your new action. The Three of Wands is you are nearing completion, but you are waiting on results. The Four of Wands here is completion. This is the thing you were waiting for. But you get the Five of Wands, which is politics, bickering, fighting, back and forth, conflict. Then you get the Sun and the Judgment. No, for both of you. So, no. Just no. I know that people are putting out the fillers that, 2024 is going to be bad for Democrats. No, it's not. I get the Five of Swords. The one with the most force is the one who would win. If you were to ask me, I say this would be Satan, because Republicans right now are trying to wash the taste of orange out of their mouth, but they need something to attach to before they do it. It's like getting a job before you quit the job type thing. So they want the hero before they let go of the villain.
I did a quick read for both of them. Thank you, Michelle. Putin has moved on. That was very direct. Sorry. It starts for Trump. It starts with judgment. Everything he's done is coming back to him. He's done. He's also too in his way to get out of his way. Here's the thing: you can't start shitting on the people who had your back. And he's crapped on too many people. Putin has also moved on with the Emperor and the Six of. Thank you, Sharon. Pentacles. He's sharing his attention to the next bigger thing. Trump he's a flip-flop dead fish. Okay, everybody that he backs loses. He can't win, but Trump knows this. He's anxious. He absolutely knows this. So I would say no for Trump. But DeSantis ain't going to win either, because literally it started off with the having to walk away with the Eight of Cups. And his challenge was the Four of Pentacles. He wants to hold on. We don't like you, bro. Floridians don't like you. King of Swords and the Hermit. Sword of Truth and having to withdraw. You can't. The truth is not in that you're asking somebody to be introspective who can't, which means to me, this also means he needs to get a strategy, like Johnny says, and he can't. Your strategy is to just do everything Trump did, but Trump's not winning. Therefore, you will not win either. His outcome is devil. So again, I ain't gonna say much more. That's what happened.
The Satan, you're trying to kill half of Florida. So
you killed off your constituents.
How's that going to bode well for you? And mind you, Trump did not win the first time. So how are you going to just repeat his strategy and then expect to get somewhere? It's not going to work. He got less votes than Hillary. He just got the right amount of votes in the right places for the Electoral College. So he lost both times. But give it a shot.
Give it a shot. See how it goes. Y'all, Jody put her email in the chat, activateharmony@gmail.com. I get a lot of questions about, Adrian, where your Tibetan bowls come from, or at least the ones that sound very yummy. I said they were Costa Grip, but they came from Jody. So she's got a new shipment in of they are older bowls. They're very high quality bowls, but they're not like $18 million quadrillion. They're absolutely beautiful. So go, if you want to start with the bowl, you want to start with a good quality bowl, not one of those little teeny machine made ones that don't hold and resonate sound like you want from a good mama singing bowl. Contact Jody. That's how I did mine. And I still obviously buy them from her because I still owe her money for more bowls. Let's look at whatever dingleberry was responsible for the pipe bomb at the RNC and the DNC the night before the insurrection. So apparently, some goofy goofs were going off trying to blow some stuff up before the insurrection. They weren't destructive, but it was kind of enough to kind of bring some attention. Will we ever find out who this person or people were? Will they ever be brought to justice? Because some of the questions already were they tied to the insurrection? Was this part of the, the pregame before the party, if you will? I know. I've been cussing and I said dingleberry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm officially on vacation now. 5:45 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on vacation for a week. So yeah, my filter is especially not on right now.
This is too bright going on back here.
Set the mood, Johnny.
Amazing.
I netted the mood setter.
Yellow lights. I don't want no bright lights.
Thank you to all 259 people who joined tonight and who are watching us on your Friday. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the super chatters.
I think they are outed by somebody. The Ten of Cups with the Tower. Somebody outs them, but it's somebody within their sphere or within their circle or within their Facebook group or something like that. But they get outed. The Tower is revelation in family or revelation in harmony and teamwork type thing. Two of Swords, Three of Wands. They've been hidden, but I think they're going to be outed. So yes.
I picked the wrong deck for this. Wow, I picked the wrong deck for this. I'm sorry. I can't get past the challenge card because it's so inappropriate. It's the Ace of Dick Sticks.
Is that the mood tarot?
Yes. And I'm like, whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna stop reading here. Yes, they will be. It is somebody, and it starts with the Three of Cups, the celebration, but I think is really interesting because they think they pulled it off. But also, it's telling me too, this was part of the January 6th insurrection, and it is somebody in their community though, because that's the challenge. There's going to be a new action. So, Ace of Dick Sticks. It is somebody in their community, like Johnny said, that is going to out them because the outcome is the sun, the illumination. So yeah, they've been outed, getting ready to be outed. It's not going to be pretty. You want to take it? I can never say her name because I want to call her Huchauchi, and that is not her name. Because Hochul, I always say it wrong. The new New York governor, her husband is said to have connections to Trump. Girl, they already telling the tale. That woman hadn't even been in office 14 seconds. They were like, you know who her husband is, right? Apparently her husband has ties to Trump. Will his ties to Trump impact her political future? Because I promise you, I knew more about her husband and his ties to Trump than I knew about her as soon as they had, boy had stepped down and she became the new mayor. Or governor, excuse me. I was like, ooh, girl. I was like, between you and Amy Coney Barrett, y'all got to pick better husbands. So will his ties to Trump put a damper in her political agenda, her political future? Somebody in the chat, spell her last name phonetically for me, because apparently somebody thought I said hoochie. how it's ho no, okay, somebody spell it for me. Or spell it phonetically.
I got the Empress and the Moon. There is something a little deeper there, but it is from her and not
him.
The Page of Wands and the Eight of Wands, the message will leave quickly. Hochul.
Hochul. Thank you.
Hochul. Not Hostroll. Oh, because the first thing that popped in my mind, Hochul. Wait a minute.
Listen. I have attention deficit, so I had to go, what's gonna make you remember her name? I always have to do those little naming nomenclatures for myself, and I immediately said Hostroll. That's how I'm gonna remember her name, Hostroll.
My psychic ability started when I could read people's sarcasm a long time ago. I
need to fix my face real quick on this camera.
Oh,
I need to fix my face. Hochul.
Wait, I'm missing a card. Where'd it go?
I'm gonna never mess it up again. Hochul. Hostroll. I got it now. Thank you. 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 Who was that? Who said? Catherine Chittick, thank you. Hostroll. I will never mess it up again. Hochul. Okay. We're Hochul's husband. We're Hostroll's husband. Get her messed up. You said it's her, though.
Something takes the stroll away, though.
Nothing no more.
There's something murky about her past, but it's not a death sentence. I get the Page of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it comes and goes. It's a news cycle type thing, so it'll be out in 7 days. Her husband has financial, some sort of, here's Donald Trump's administration or whatever, and then there's the King of Pentacles, and then there's the Emperor. There's some sort of payment favor, something. I don't know exactly what, but it's kind of like everybody else in the country at that time. This is the person you're dealing with, so if you want something, deal with him. So that's kind of how he did. It's financial in nature, whatever it was to gain something. It may have been favors or taxes or permits or whatever. But strength. There's still a lot of strength there. She's still strong. She's, like I said, whatever this murky business is with the moon, it goes in and out in 7 days. So
I got that too, but that's in her word of warning. There's
something's gonna come up.
Something's gonna come up
because that's how it started. Is with that moon. So yeah, something is.
Because she also hopes her hopes and fears too. Word of warning and hopes and fears. So she hopes it stays hidden.
Yeah.
Here's the problem though. It starts off with the Justice card, so something to come up. I don't think this is quite done yet or it could be, or maybe whatever happened is played out. Like Johnie said, it can be done soon, but because it has caused some change though. There is some awakening, some revelation, some change. And I don't know if it's the change in how people are starting to see her, or maybe even change in the relationship. I don't know. But with the Three of Pentacles at the base and the Strength at the crown, he is a deep financial backer, supporter in cahoots with the Trump administration. He just is. There's a lot. I think what she wants is that financial tie to be hidden. I hope so. Maybe they could be destroying documents. Something is getting ready to go away. And I'm wondering if with this Eight of Cups in here now, I'm wondering if it is them taking whatever financial ties and oh look, that shoebox accidentally caught on fire.
Mm-hmm. like Facebook, and a whole bunch of stuff gets deleted overnight.
Oh, wow. Ain't that a shame? Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted those tax documents? They were in that shoebox. I'm sorry. You don't keep your tax documents in a shoebox? You know, so that kind of thing. More secrets, though, and the emotions with the high priestess. Big money. There's, again, like I said, whatever money ties that either she or her husband have with Trump, they're big with the 10 of Pentacles. This is not, and that's in the environment. This ain't no 22,000. Okay. Like I said again, with this hope, the hopes and fears, and the word of warning is the moon. She wants it to stay hidden. They want it to be hidden, but the outcome is the devil. So that's why I don't think this is quite done yet. Ties run deep, or maybe the controversy may have blown over, and maybe that's done, but their ties are not, and that runs deep. Well, post roll. You want to pull some more questions from your list?
Okay. But I told y'all in one of my walking streams, that's how I remembered horizontal, is this girl in school. Vertical and horizontal, we couldn't, back then we were like, okay, how do we remember? I'm like, well, horizontal is a longer word, so maybe it means, she said, what do hoes do? Hoes lay down. The first two letters in horizontal is HL. That's like, okay, in fifth grade.
They sure do. And if you a good hoe, you don't always lay down.
I mean, so what currently is Trump most worried about?
Ooh.
Because he's trying to stop the Jan 6 investigation. He was trying to stop Congress from getting his tax returns. Trump org is still on the fire, and he's probably more likely worried about Weisselberg saying something he shouldn't say. Ghislaine is still in court, in jail, and all that good. So he's got a couple of things in the water that could spell disaster. What is the most worried about?
Post-roll. I will never forget that. Post-roll.
Money. I get the Knight of Pentacles and the Tower, which would indicate revenue streams coming in. So he's more like income worried, because the Fool, see, the Fool is in conflict with the Five of Wands. What he's worried about the most is continuing to have to pay lawyers and to have to lawyer up, because oh Lord Jesus. I just got a little connection of irony and revelation.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened when he decided he wanted to run for president? I'm going to build a wall and force Mexico to pay for it, because it's supposed to protect us from the Mexicans who don't know how to get on airplanes. Right now, he needs a wall of lawyers around him to help him stay out of jail and out of court and out of trouble. And it's costing him all his money. That's what he's worried about.
Yep.
His income.
Is that the Tower?
Yes.
That's we literally have the same exact. Because that's the outcome card for me. He's worried about this whole thing blowing to smithereens.
And that's how mine started.
And the emotions, he's mentally trapped with the Eight of Swords. He's also worried about them New York cases too, my dude.
Yeah.
What's up with the Hierophant?
That's
He's
it.
worried. He's also pissed because he's not the president anymore. He doesn't get the attention. So his recluse having to withdraw. Like I said, I got the full on the bottom, the strength on the crown. The bottom, that would be called the base. The crown. And you know what else he's worried about? That money he owes Putin too.
Yeah.
There's whatever promises, whatever things that he did not fulfill that he had promised Putin he was going to do, because that's in the environment. He's worried about him. That's his hopes and fears. He is worried about Putin as well. I wish I could hate it for him. I don't.
I find it so lovely, that little connection of you got your wall, it's a bunch of lawyers, and you're going to have to keep paying thousands upon thousands of dollars a month to keep them around you.
You hadn't even paid Rudy yet. Judy yet.
That poor baby.
Go ahead.
I have one more.
Okay.
What replaces Donald Trump in the headlines? The last thing to replace him was COVID-19.
Okay. In the headlines.
What replaces him?
I don't like this answer. It's something domestic. Something we're having to defend domestically. Ooh, I don't like this answer. What do you get?
I get somebody gets arrested, but it is by somebody doing an investigation, some judge or powerful woman here, usually represented by like a Nancy Pelosi with the Queen of Wands, but some woman in charge arrests somebody for threats or acts of violence or something like that. With the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, there's either verbal threats or some sort of verbal order for threats, something like that. But it's against somebody in the government. So this could have been tied to January 6th or something like that. But somebody, now mind you, this is not necessarily that it's going to last forever in the headlines, but this is what I see.
I realized I needed to fix my face. Sorry. Somebody's fate running out. Some illumination. I still think it's something domestic. So like you said, it could be January 6th, because it starts off, that's something that hasn't come to fruition yet, something we haven't seen.
Okay, wait a minute. Nancy, go get your own channel and do your own reading. We're not doing the shutdown. We can do the shutdown Sunday if you want to put it in the post. But I've seen your comment 400 times. We're not reading on the shutdown. Thank you.
Okay. It is something domestic that has not come up yet with the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. It's something that we are burdened with. And it's something, again, domestic. It's something judgment that we have not paid attention to, something that it's the U.S. is making. And when I say U.S., like the January 6th, or something we've done or not paying attention to, like the true domestic terror threat, something like that, or not just something, but it's internal because the Four of Wands of communion, the judgment, it's something here in the US that we just haven't dealt with. And again, it was inevitable. It was something, whoever president was, whatever, this was going to happen. The time is running out. We are going to have to defend against whatever thing we've done. The United States is going to have to take a look at itself and go, we are not the land of the free and the home of the brave like we say we are. We are nothing but a big narcissist who gaslights everybody into believing a certain narrative. And whatever this is, we're going to have to defend against it. But it's a big something. Whenever it comes out, it's going to be, it's so big, it has to take the attention away from Trump with the sun. It is big illumination, but it's something domestic. I don't get a lot of Pentacle cards, so I don't think it's about, shut down finances. It is something.
No economic crash or not.
Yeah, it's not an economic crash. This is something about misdeeds, people, things we've done. It could even be like, things that we promised and did in Afghanistan and Iraq for the last 20 years. That comes out.
It's a festering problem.
It's a festering. Because it started again, I already shuffled it in, but it started with Seven of Pentacles. It's been brewing, but it just hasn't come to fruition yet. We haven't seen it yet. I got a couple. I got much more. I got some juicy questions. We'll do 3 back-to-back on health. Will there be more states that require children to be vaccinated from COVID-19 before they enter school? California just did it. It's not Maine. There's a state up in the northeast. So will more states require that as part of their for 2022 school year?
Infrastructure is a good one. That's something that
I was wondering that too, lucky girl. When I saw that, I was like, it's something we have ignored, and it's our own fault. It's like I get this image of like, you got drunk and fell asleep with the candle burning, and then you wake up and your whole house is on fire. You caused the destruction. You can't blame it on anybody else. This was your negligence, and it's kind of like that.
I'm having deja vu. I've been in this situation before. Okay. What was the question again?
The question was, will more states require children to be vaccinated before going to school?
Yes, but not enough.
Hi, Becca.
I get the Four of Cups and the Lover's card. There's something here, which this is a good thing, mind you, actually. A Four of Cups is not necessarily the best of cards because it's kind of boredom and despondency and I don't feel like doing this right now type of thing. But with the Lover's card, there's something there to be offered, which means you may have a vaccine for children. I believe they're working on 1 5 to 11 years old. And so then there's the Lover's card. So it's here for you. Now, mind you, when we did our reading, whatever Sunday that was, there are some countries that cannot get it at all, and we are literally trying to throw it at people walking down the street and they still won't take it. So the King of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, yes, some are eagerly waiting because this is the responsible people who are trying to do the responsible thing. And then there are some who say absolutely not. Big Tower and the children here with the Page of Cups. So not enough, I say, but yes, some will.
I get the same. Page starts off with the Page of Swords, crossed by Temperance. There's going to be this action to go and thought of going to do it, but some states are going to drag their feet. I wonder which states those are going to be. This is like my favorite card. Look how gorgeous this is.
Is that the Love is Love Tarot?
Yes, Love is Love Tarot. Queen of Pentacles at the base, Nine of Pentacles at the crown. So again, some people wanting to go off out and do their own thing, which is no. but that's supportive. Let's go do it. Coming in, I love what's so interesting is the Six of Cups is in here, the actual churn. A bunch of crap. Some people walking away. I think some parents, especially because keep in mind, anti-vax is not new. There are people who are just against vaccines to begin with, and who already have to consider homeschooling their kids because they won't do, just a regular MMR, tetanus, chickenpox vaccine. So you're going to see either a movement to states where there's no vaccine required, or a lot more number about homeschooling, something about that nature. But yeah, they will. It's going to be slow. The states that will require it will do it. Others won't. It'll be a slow movement across the states.
Happy birthday, Sienna.
Is Sienna here?
It's coming up too, I believe.
This is tomorrow. And Sienna has a live at 1 Mountain Time for her birthday if you guys want to go. Oh, hey, she is in the chat. Hey, Sienna. Happy early birthday. And go check out Sienna's live tomorrow at, I believe, 1 Mountain Time. She's doing a birthday chat.
I remember I have 4 nieces, 3 great nieces. And when they were born, you go home, nobody could come over until the baby had their shots, because their immune system has not been, they haven't been vaccinated. And so you got this brand new newborn baby with no immune system pretty much. And then here you come from the outside world with all your grosses and grosses. No, stay home until the baby has its shots, and then you can come over, and then it can get, colic and all this.
Then you can put the brandy on the teeth and read.
Yeah.
But only after the baby had their shots. I'm sorry.
I remember the first one, my niece came home and my aunt said, "Oh, come see the baby." She had both an ear infection and pink eye. So she got a good swift no. I remember that yesterday. No, you're not coming over here.
Not all them cooties and creepy
girls. You can come over and sit in the car outside. Stay all the way home.
Yeah. I remember I got I didn't even know there was a chickenpox vaccine, and I think it finally was FDA approved I was an adult. It was too late for me because I got chickenpox my senior year of high school, and it should almost killed me. I mean, literally, I had to go to I was hospitalized for a couple. Because I have autoimmune disease, so I had chickenpox everywhere, literally, that you have skin. And they were painful. And it was a violent strain of chickenpox too, because a little mother sucker who I was tutoring, who gave me the chickenpox, that little 7-year-old, he was real sick too. And I was like, "There's a chickenpox vaccine?"
I think I got it at 8. Ugh. All I remember was spots. Ugh. I just had spots in it. I'm like, what the hell?
Yes, Becca, I was a full ass adult. No, I was 17. I was 16 going on 17, but it was too damn old to get chickenpox. I still on my face have chickenpox scars.
Yeah, they're horrible. They're worse when you're older.
And I had one that was I told y'all, everywhere you have skin. Have one that was near my eardrum in my right ear. And mine burst. They didn't just go whatever. And the one that was near my eardrum burst and caused permanent hearing loss in my right ear.
I think that didn't happen exactly, but I think that was what was happening to Ganga. She got the shingles. It was up in here around her ears and things too.
And I think you have to be 50 before you can get the shingles vaccine. I was like, "Can I get mine now, please?" Because no, thank you. So let's talk about adults. Will adults need an annual COVID booster? Will adults need an annual booster? And will it, if so, is it every year? That's what annual means, dumbass. What I meant to say was, will it be okay, FDA approves one, but it's every 3 years? And my voice is
You got chicken pox to start in your mouth? Wow. Now that's
awful. Mine were in my mouth too. It was my nose, the inside of my nose. I have chew on my inside of my eyelid.
John thankful. Me, it was arms and legs. And I think some back in here, but that's about it. Yes is the answer to, or at least the answer I got. But here's the thing. You can get it now for some people, but do you want it now is the thing. It's here. The Four of Swords, it's there for some people already. The Three of Pentacles, because mind you, this is kind of like, this is going to, I'm not comparing them exactly, but this is going to be like the flu. You're going to have COVID and COVID-like things, like we've said before. COVID is not new. It's just new in this sort of arena, being a worldwide thing. But it's not new. And so neither is the flu. You're going to have a flu vaccine every year. You may have a COVID shot every whatever months or something like that. So, yeah, temperance and the world. Temperance is my card for alchemy and medicines and things like that. So, yes. If you want, then yes. If not, then no.
I get something kind of similar, and it's going to be more widespread too. So I think by widespread, like I think in a couple years, everybody will have the, let's put it this way, the opportunity to get boosters. Because like Johnny's saying, we're passing this out like these vaccines out like a bad STD at a frat party, right? We're like begging people, please come get vaccinated in the US. Well, you've got I was watching a vlogger in Seoul, Korea. They just got theirs. They're just now getting it where we can get more people back, more South Koreans vaccinated. And they've got mad ass economy. So it's not like, oh, it's this world. No. So I think like Johnny said, for those who want it, they can. There's still going to be people who are going to be resistant. You have every right to do it. There's going to be some burden too. I don't think it's going to be with the actual vaccine itself, but it's going to be with just, again, this movement isn't going to go away with people and the validity of vaccinate or don't vaccinate. But yeah, it's going to be available. It's going to be out there. So make your decisions now. Do you want to get it every year? Do you want to get it every other year? But it will be, I'm not going to say required, but it'll be available. Okay, so I need y'all's help. I got 2 more questions, Johnny, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely. I'm trying to find a channel so I can block her permanently. I try to be patient. I really do.
It's okay.
I really do.
I'm gonna let you do that, and then I'm going to look for this dude.
I'm blocking her here because this ain't my channel. I'm blocking her on my channel.
What is? Oh, come on! What is his name? Somebody help me. There is the guy who is native, who is running in North Carolina. What is his name? Jeez Louise, I can't think of his name. He's got that ad right now that is very, very viral about the I'm gonna say McCoy, and that's not right. Okay, I may not even need to do this damn question. I wanted to do that, but I can't think of what is his name. Shoot, somebody help me. Somebody in the chat help me. He's running for older gentleman. I can see he's got the bolo tie. He's running for I think it's Senate in North Carolina, or he's running for Congress in North Carolina. What is his name? And in his commercial, he talks about the halted Klan night ride that was going to happen in the 50s, and how basically the sheriff went to the Grand Dragon and was like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. They rolled deep through there. I wouldn't do that. Thank you. It is Charles Graham. Thank you, Joe.
Chad knows everything, I tell you.
Oh my God, because I can see the commercial. I'm just Hayes. Thank you, Charles Graham, Hayes Pond, North Carolina. Jesus Christ, because I've watched the commercial 99 times. Go watch the commercial. Sheriff was like, Clucks, I know you're my next door neighbor and we tight. I'm telling you, don't roll through there because they roll deep to save you. Don't do it. He ran through there anyway. First, he went to the black community. They were rolling, waiting deep for him. They shot out a light. It's determined whether it was an accidental or not. So the Kluxes couldn't see. They had to run tail. Then they went to the Native American community. They were sitting there waiting with, native weapons and modern weapons and tore their behinds up. And the Kluxes, they effed around and found out that day. Charles Graham is getting a lot of attention. I'm going to take a look and just see, will he be able to pull it off? Will he win? Will he keep momentum going?
This is why I say, don't ever be so discouraged in these day and times. It has always been more of us than it is of them. They just intimidate a lot of us sometimes. There were more of us around the world than there were Nazis. It's just the Nazis intimidate. There's always going to be more of us than the Ku Klux. There's going to always be more of us than the Goofy Boys. And there's more of us than Republicans in this country. So there's always more of us. They just talk louder. That's all.
Obnoxious like that bully kid in high school. Oh, it starts off. Yeah, well, let's see. Ooh, well, it started positive. It turned to shit.
Power of manifestation. I mean, give him some good energy. It doesn't look like the greatest of readings. How and ever.
Oh, this is positive? Oh, no.
How and ever.
It went to shit.
There's the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Sometimes you don't need to win. You just need to make an impact.
Exactly.
And so it's kind of like Yang. Yang is a household name now. He's never going to be president. But he's a household name. He could get something done. He can get something moved. He could move the needle. He could move the conversation as well. But as far as big giant support, it's not really there. But I do implore, verily I say unto thee, family, you can still help. You can still manifest. You can still give him the victory that he needs. This is his final outcome card.
Okay.
Now, mind you, this is right next to it.
This was at the base. Oh, man. And this was at the Crown.
I mean,
bro.
But here's the thing. I'll put the positive spin on Bruh Man's reading. Sometimes you need to be the lightning. Sometimes you need to tear the system down. Remember, these little things are called yods. This is supposed to be the name of God, which means that the spirit is in the midst, even of disaster. So sometimes you need to be the lightning. That way your message can go forward. So maybe he doesn't really need to win. He just needs to make the impact. Because sometimes you are planting the seed. Somebody else can reap the harvest.
I would say this. I would tell Charles to watch. I would start screaming now about like some type of redistricting or watching who's in the camp, because it starts off very, 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 very positively with the sun. That was the first card I got. Then it kind of, the challenge was the Hierophant. So if he's running for government position, that could actually be the challenge. Or I'm actually picking up two. There's something in North Carolina. There's somebody in North Carolina that's in an official position that's about to be real shady. Because again, we've got the Tower at the base of this and the Five of Swords winning at all cost. I would tell him this. I would say Start screaming, start looking now about making sure things are on the up and up and things are fair, because somebody who has the keys to the house may be getting ready to lock you up. And there's not much you can do about it. Here is the thing, though. Victory. I don't know if it could be yours, but I would say this. I would say, because I pulled some clarifying cards at the end, because there is some new action in the environment. There is something you could do if you utilize your resources with the Magician card. I would say use your resources. Start calling in as many high-powered people as you can to start making sure some things are on the up and up, some things are legit. Because at bare minimum, maybe at the end of this, like Johnie said, you now get some name recognition.
Yep.
For your next move.
Maybe that's all you need.
Maybe that's all you need.
I mean, good luck. Anything can happen. Cards don't know everything.
Because how many times did the card say Donald Trump was going to be out before the end of his presidency? And
they don't want the bitch lasted all the way through.
All the way through.
I always felt like he would. I didn't say that, but I always felt like, how are you going to get him out? That was always my thing.
Yep.
So it's like, this had to be wrong, because how are you getting him out?
How are you getting him out? One last question. I'm kind of scared of the answer, but let's look at it anyway. Virginia gubernatorial race is coming up in a couple months. You've got, I call him Turd. He's his name is Youngkin. He is a staunch Trump supporter. And then you've got Terry McAuliffe, who used to be governor a few years ago. He is running for re-election. So Terry McAuliffe is a Democrat. Turd Youngkin is the Republican. Who's going to win? What could the Tarot tell us?
Repub or Democrat?
Thank you again to all 300. Hi, Shining Hawk Healing. 302 of you who are here. Thank you for spending your Friday evening, afternoon with us. I really appreciate it. I will not speak for Johnny. Okay, go ahead. What is it?
Now this one, no. Oh. Oh, God bless the House of Lenormand. That's all I'm saying. Right? That was the devil. That's what that was. That's what that was.
That's what you get for whatever.
God,
oh.
That is exactly what that was, the devil.
Damn.
That's okay. Because guess what, devil? I can put it back where it was.
Sure can.
Forget you and everybody that look like you, as I always say.
Guys, Shining Hawk Healing is getting ready to start a series about animal chakras and spirit animals. So when she's going to be putting in the community when she starts that series, so please go check that out.
I get Democrat.
No, please, thank you, Jesus.
What's the child name again?
Turd Youngkin.
No, I mean
Sorry, I thought you said Terry McAuliffe.
That's the Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Terry
McAuliffe. Or McAuliffe. You get the Democrat.
He's the former.
Yep, he used to be.
Okay, I need his birthday. What is it? I should have asked the chat. The chat knows everything. I need his sign. February 9th. What is that? February 9th. Zodiac. Okay. Aquarius.
Mentally trapped. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it ends with strength for McAuliffe. Hold on to these cards tonight. So yeah, Turds ends with Hermit having to withdraw. Terry's ends with strength. So please. I don't mind so much a Republican governor. I mean, I do, but whatever. But a real dumb one like him, oh, God. I feel like Virginia finally took 4 steps forward. Now they're going to take 16 steps back with that dude. Jeez Louise. All right. That's it, y'all. That's all we got. Thank you guys so very much for joining tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy early birthday to Sienna Rose. Go join her chat, her live birthday stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Then go join Jace for her birthday petty party. Her birthday petty party tomorrow at sometime in the evening. Happy early birthday to Becca, the House of Lenormand. And on Sunday, go show Johnny and Becca and Jen Lynn some love on Johnny's channel. And then next Wednesday, I will see you guys with Allie Morton. So that's it. Have a good night, guys. Thanks again.